This broadcast is a product of St. James Academy. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this Thunder Broadcasting Network production without the express written consent of St. James Academy is prohibited.
Coming off a 3-game losing streak, the Thunder hope to open 2025 with a victory. And a good evening, Thunder fans, and we welcome you to the Thunderdome in Lenexa, Kansas. I'm Jude Wonder alongside Will Nichols. Will, what can we expect to see tonight?
Well, Jude, the St. James team has had about 2 weeks pass since their last game, and during that time, the Thunder were really able to regroup as a team and get in some quality practice time before heading into the difficult few months ahead of the Thunder.
That's right, and this St. James team today is facing a talented team looking to pull off an upset in Heritage Christian.
Absolutely, Chargers come into this one 4-1 on the air. They have 3 guys scoring in double figures, a 4th averaging over 8 assists a game. So while this will be by far their most difficult matchup to date, the Chargers are a team with the talent to challenge the Thunder.
Should be a good one. St. James and Heritage Christian next on TBN. Will, coming off that tough loss against Aquinas last game, what can we expect to see out of the Thunder? What were some pros and cons from last game that we saw?
Yeah, I think it's obviously a 14-point loss. Probably could have been a little bit more in some spots. You know, I think there are a lot of things negatively that you probably can look at. You can look at rebounding, defense, and a variety of other things. But I think the big thing that St. James comes away from that game in the positive sense is the bench. And I think you really see that reflected tonight. Jonathan May, a guy that's been coming off the bench all year for the Thunder, getting his first start of the season tonight in place of Francis Mangini. That's something I'm really interested to see. That decision by Coach Dom, clearly Jonathan's been playing really well the last few games, so giving Jonathan that opportunity to start, we'll see how he does tonight with that big opportunity, because it is an opportunity to really, expand his game and make this team move forward in a much more positive direction than where they've been at losing the last few games.
Yeah, Jonathan May and Matthew Davis, two of those sparks off the bench that we were talking about defensively and rebounding in particular. We saw Matthew Davis with a handful of rebounds last game in a game where this Thunder team didn't rebound nearly as well as they wanted to. So we'll see how they rebound this game and rebound some more.
Absolutely, and it's going to start with these first few minutes. St. James needs to be aggressive these first few minutes. That's really the key for this team. First game in over 2 weeks, there's going to be some rust, but being aggressive is really important early on for the Thunder. This Heritage Christian team, they come into this game 4-1. They are a team, like I mentioned earlier, this is going to be by far their toughest opponent they will have faced to date, but a confident bunch coming in here with a lot of talent on their side.
Thunder wearing the home whites, Heritage Christian in the black and maroon. The Chargers of Heritage Christian win the tip, and it's Dietz running the point, guarded by Fratzel. Gives it over to Cook. Cook swings it over to Schaff. Schaff over back to Dietz. Up top to Chambers. Good defense by May. Chambers, tough floater up, no good. Rebound to Fratzel and the Thunder. Thunder looking to push pace here. Gives it over to Coolidge. Coolidge driving with the left hand, kicks it over to Peters. Peters, good dribble drive in, left hand, no good, rebound to the Chargers.
And now both teams, good starts defensively for both teams. You're seeing May guarding Chambers. Chambers, the leading scorer of Heritage Christian, averaging about 14 a game, is the freshman. He's going to be a big guy to watch tonight, number 2 with the ball now.
Chambers with the ball, gets the high screen by Vincent. Tough layup, blocked by Fratzel, rebounded by Damal. Peters now with the ball.
St. James had 5-on-4 there, couldn't take advantage. That's an unfortunate missed opportunity by the Thunder there.
Damal with the ball, gives it over to Fratzel. Back to Fratzel on the left wing, gets a high screen by Damal. Good defense by the Chargers. Kicks it over, May will try a corner three. That one just short, Fratzel gets his rebound.
Good rebound by Fratzel. He's been really good in that area all year long. Kind of went right to him there, but a good offensive rebound by Fratzel.
Kolch into the corner. Gives over to May up top. Thunder slowing this offense down, trying to be smart with their shot selection this game.
Yeah, you can clearly see that's an emphasis for this team, really being a little more selective than they were last week against Aquinas in their matchup.
Fratzel wide open three. Splash, nothing but net there. Jacob Fratzel gets the first points on the board for the Thunder.
That's a big time make there by Fratzel. 3 early ones, wide open look. That's why being patient pays off for the Thunder.
Cook with the ball, good pass inside. That one just missed by Prado. Rebounded by May. May over to Fratzel. Fratzel into the corner. Kolch thinks about a three, doesn't take it. Nowhere to go. Good defense by the Chargers. Peters now with the ball up top.
Yeah, good recovery there. Kolch has to feel free to shoot that. That's what he's best at right there, taking those threes.
And there he is with the three there. That one just missed, rebounded by Declan Schaff.
We're seeing St. James taking a lot of threes right now. They are open, but want to see him drive as well. Oh,
good move there. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Thunder.
They're going.
Trying to go fast there. Blocking foul on the freshman Tremaine Chambers.
Yeah, foul called on Chambers there. You can tell Heritage Christian right now, lots of high screen and rolls that worked so well for Aquinas last week. You're seeing him going to that action right there on the replay, high screen and roll. We're going to see that a lot, it seems like, tonight from Heritage Christian. They're going right at Damal the big as well.
Peters with the ball. Dribbling with the right hand inside. Kicks over to May. May open corner three. That one good. 6-0 start for the Thunder off the 2 threes by Fratzel and May.
Again, those are 2 wide open threes. That's why they're making them. When you get looks like that, especially for good shooters like May and Fratzel, they're going to go down more often than not. So great looks, great shot selection early on by the Thunder.
Dietz with the ball. Gives over to Prado, back to Cook. Cook inside, it's Schaff. This one's stolen away by Fratzel. Fratzel looking to push the pace here. Tough layup, that one batted away. They're not going to call a travel. May open corner three, no good. Rebounded by Prado and the Chargers. Chambers looking to push the pace. Back to Chambers, thinks about a three, won't take it, tries to get it inside. We're going to call a foul on the floor on May. Good inside pass to Schaff there.
Yeah, they're getting Schaff the ball plenty of times right now in really good position. You see that three again, wide open. So much space there for May. Plenty of time to dial it up and knock down a calm look there for Jonathan May.
And a good pass by Peters there into the corner for the assist. Inbounded into Schaff. Over to Cook. Chambers guarded by Peters.
Here's that high screen roll again, trying to help Chambers out.
Chambers goes all the way with the right hand up and in for the Chargers.
He's a real good player again, averaging 14 a game as true freshman out here, a point guard for this team. He's a real talented guy, and you see him on defense here picking up Fratzel as well.
Peters with the ball into the corner. May tries another one from the same spot. No good that time. Fighting for the rebound, comes down with it is Dietz for the Chargers. 3-on-2, good pass inside. It's Prado with the easy layup.
That's a good look there in transition. Smart play there by Chambers. They had the numbers, got an easy look, and now St. James, they have 5 new guys checking in a moment here for the Thunder, but for now, they have to find something on offense.
Great pass from Fratzel and the reverse layup by May. Good backdoor cut there by May, and a good find by Fratzel.
Yeah, obviously, great pass by Fratzel. Good job by May as well. We haven't seen a lot of off-ball movements so far by the Thunder, and Fratzel rewarded May with a good cut there, getting him an easy bucket.
Chambers with the ball, kicks it over. Dietz with it, tries to get inside to Prado. Over to Schaff. Schaff driving on the taller Damal. That one no good. Rebounded by Kolich and the Thunder.
Great contest by Damal. Now St. James looks like they're slowing it down a little bit. They've challenged Damal a lot, but he's responded really well on the defensive end for the Thunder.
Damal with the right hand. Going over to May. Inside pass to Peters. Has the size advantage, won't take it. Kicks it back into the corner to May. May over to Peters. Drives baseline. Back out to May. Open look for Damal for three. No good, and great hustle by Fratzel to get the offensive rebound. Fratzel still with it, kicks it out. Open look for Kolich. That one good. A great offensive rebound and pass by Jacob Fratzel, hustling around the court and making plays.
Absolutely, and a good shot there by Kolich. But yeah, a lot of the credit there is going to go to Fratzel, and rightfully so. He's had a real nice start to the game and a great pass there again. Jonathan May, good cut. There was so much space there with this 5-out offense. There's going to be space for those cuts. Fratzel certainly is going to be able to find you, being the point guard that he is, and he rewarded May there. Good cut, even better pass. You see that look. Again, Kolich, plenty of space there, and he's a few feet behind the line and still plenty easy for Kolich. He's a guy, that's really what he brings to this team. He adds a floor spacing element that nobody else on this team really can provide, and so that's where his value comes in, knocking down an early tray for the Thunder.
Yeah, and a mass substitution here for the Thunder. Interesting strategy by Coach Dom, probably trying to get some of the rust off here after the 2-week break. A brand new 5 out there with Mangini, Hess, Davis, Kwabazetsky, and Hornback. We'll see how the bench team does here against the Chargers.
Yeah, it's going to be a different 5. It's interesting with Mangini coming off the bench now. He's going to be the point guard, so that means he's going to have to probably guard Chambers a little bit off the bench, and he's also going to have, obviously, the point guard role on offense, a little bit different from playing off of Fratzel like he has been most of the year.
Chambers inside, no good, but 2 shots coming up for him. They'll call the foul on Davis.
You see a little bit of a foul there on Davis on the contest against Chambers. You know, it's so difficult for a guy like Chambers, this much smaller than the rest of the players, trying to make something happen inside.
First free throw up and in for the freshman. Tremaine Chambers, you could say, is a young talent out there, just 5'7", and starting as a freshman in this talented starting five.
Absolutely. I mean, you're starting 3 seniors along with him and a junior at that, but starting the freshman at point guard. Obviously, a lot of trust this coaching staff has in Chambers, and he certainly has earned it with this play so far this year.
Kwabazetsky with the ball in the corner. Dribbling it around, gives it over to Mangini. Mangini, good drive. Tough layup up and in for Mangini.
That's a good start from Mangini, being aggressive early on off the bench for the Thunder. That's what Coach Dom wants to see from him, picking his spots well early on for the Thunder.
Prado with the ball up top, gives it over to Dietz, guarded by Davis. Chambers deep two. That one up and in. One of those shots that you don't like your players taking if you're a coach, that really deep 2, foot on the line. But it goes this time for the Chargers.
Absolutely. Worst shot you can take in basketball doesn't matter, though, if you make it like Chambers did there.
Hess fighting for the ball. Won't be able to get it back to Heritage Christian. Dietz running the point right now, guarded by Mangini, gets the high screen. Takes it all the way with the right hand. Bound blocked by Davis. They're going to call a blocking foul, I believe, on Hess, but a great clean block by Davis.
What a block that was by Davis. You see it there. Yeah, Hess a little bit in front of him with the contact. Davis had it, and Hornback was going the other way, but not going to matter. Dietz goes to the line now. First time we've seen him at the line tonight. That other guard playing off of Chambers. 2 5'7" guards. That's really undersized, but it's not been much of a problem so far for Heritage Christian tonight.
Miles Burley, the sub for Heritage Christian, checking in for Declan Schaff. Dietz missed the first one. Second one up and in. Splits the pair, 13-9 Thunder. Lead with a minute left in the first quarter. Mangini still running the point. Gives it over to Davis, over to Hornback, and back to Mangini up top. High screen by Kwabazetsky. Gives over to Hornback. Kwabazetsky tries a 3. In and out right there. Fighting for the rebound. I'd say last touch by the Thunder, and the Chargers ball.
Yeah, probably right call there, but great effort by Davis. You need guys, when your 5-man is out there taking a 3, you need your forwards and wings to go rebound, and Davis and Hess both were in there on that one, almost getting St. James in their possession.
Dietz with the ball, tries to get into the corner. He will to Chambers. Chambers dribbling into a ton of white jerseys, but gets the bank to go. Cuts the deficit down to 2.
Really good body control there by Chambers, the 5'7" guard. Good job changing pace on the dribble there, making it just a little bit easier for himself inside.
Thunder can hold for the last shot of the quarter here. No shot clock on. Davis with the ball, gives it over to Mangini.
Yeah, they got to think this is the look St. James wants. Probably a high screen and roll from Mangini here.
Davis with the ball. Gives over to Kwap.
Only 5 seconds
Kwap
need to get
over
a
to
shot
Davis.
off.
Davis tries a deep 3. That one rattles home. Matthew Davis with the deep 3 to end the quarter and extend the Thunder lead out to 5. 16-11. Thunder lead the Chargers.
Yeah, and it might not have been the prettiest basketball overall, but Davis, knowing the situation, really important there. He had enough breathing room, and he knocked it down. Big-time shot there by Davis.
To help with learning, enrichment, collaboration. So say you're working on a problem or writing an essay and you get stuck in seminar and you're like, I just don't know what to do. You can ask your seminar teacher or study hall teacher. You can come on down during the day. We'll solve your problems and you can get right back to work so that you can be more efficient and have fun at home.
16-11, the Thunder lead over the Chargers here. Going into the second quarter, we saw those mass substitutions. I think the starting 5 will be back in here for the Thunder. Or not, they're going to have a mix of both. interesting strategy here by Dom early on to try to get different teams out there that you wouldn't see these guys together at all the times. Try to build chemistry early in this one.
Yeah, I think you're probably, like you said, trying to build some chemistry here. You've had 2 weeks of practice, probably the longest stretch of practice you're going to have without a game the rest of the year. So these guys, they've obviously worked hard. They've proved it in practice. Dom wants to reward him, and now let him see if they can do anything with the minutes they're gifted here.
Peters driving with the right hand. Fouled on the floor. Peters loves to go to that dribble drive in, using his height to try to get over the shorter Heritage Christian team.
Yeah, he's a unique guy on that drive game. His shot obviously creates a lot of opportunities for him, but great length as well. Turnover there for the Thunder.
Deese trying to push the pace. Kicks out into the corner. Corner three. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Last touch by the Thunder. Staying with the Chargers.
Yeah, and that's something that St. James has had issues with earlier on in the year.
Deese to inbound the ball. Gets it into the corner. Cook doesn't take the three, gives it over to Chambers, over to Dietz. Gets inside to Burley. Back out wide open for three for Cook. That one goes, cuts the deficit back to 2.
That's just, again, too easy to look. St. James has been the team getting a lot of those looks on the offensive end. Can't get one there, and you definitely can't give one up. Great look there.
Mangini driving in. They're going to call a foul on the floor.
And it's been interesting. It's a Heritage Christian team. They are undersized. We've talked about it all night. But they've been really going inside a lot today. That's why that three was so open. They've been going in the post a lot, something you wouldn't expect of a team with the bigs of their size versus St. James bigs. But been going inside and given some mixed results, but ultimately I think probably been a net positive for Heritage Christian tonight.
Mangini with the ball, driving in with the left. Kicks it into the corner to Davis, back to Peters. Peters deep three. That one just a bit too long there. Rebounded by Schaff and the Chargers. Pushing the pace here, it's Cook. Reverse layup, no good, rebounded by Peters. Thunder looking to push the pace now. It's Mangini with the ball. Good pass to Hornback, a little alley-oop there.
How about that alley-oop? Great pass by Mangini, really good way to set up your teammate there and reward him for the effort. Hornback, good job of finishing as well, and that gives St. James a 2-possession lead.
Hornback, one of those guys that can go up there and dunk it if he wanted to. That time didn't get the chance, but this one's stolen away by Davis and stolen back by Cook. Blocked by
Great
Peters.
block.
Now Hornback's with it, has numbers, gives it over to Daymall. That one's going to be an easy travel there. Just took 3 steps.
Yeah, just a little bit of an awkward play there and the transition. I think Hornback probably wanted to take that one all the way and couldn't, but you see the possession before. Great pass by Peters to set Mangini up. They had the 3-on-1 there, got it to Hornback. Easy bucket there. That's what Hornback brings on the offensive end. A guy that really can, like you said, he can go up, get the ball at the high point, make a play on it there on the fast break.
Dietz with the ball, guarded by Peters.
We've had Peters guarding Dietz all night, May guarding Chambers. Those are 2 guys been guarding their best guards.
That one blocked by Hornback and retained by the Chargers. Thinks about a 3, he'll take it. No good for Lucas Prado. Now the Thunder with it. Mangini with the ball, kicks it over to Hornback, to Daymall in the corner. That one way too long there, but bounced off of Dietz and will stay with the Thunder. Good pass by Hornback to an open Daymall in the corner.
Yeah, you got to love the look if you're St. James. And again, you're seeing Hornback get switched on to the guard. Dietz there doesn't really panic. Great defense, great contest at the rim. Definitely would not try a drive against Hornback if I was a member of Heritage Christian tonight, because he is probably the last guy you want to try to go up against right now.
Daymall with the ball, kicks into the corner to Hornback. Hornback swing pass all the way over to May. That one just short. Hornback pokes the ball away, staying with the Chargers.
Yeah.
There's a foul there by Peters, trying to go for the interception. Hornback's been doing it all on the offense and defensive side, hustling over and a great pass there and an open look by May. That one just can't go from the corner.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he brings. He does stuff. I mean, it sounds kind of silly when you put it that way, but he's a guy, he goes out there and stuff happens when he's around the ball. He does a great job on the rebounding end as well, which you're seeing a little bit tonight. And that's really what you want out of a guy off the bench, a spark plug, a guy that comes in and makes an impact for your guys.
Chambers with the ball, guarded by May. Over to Dietz. Now guarded by Fratzel. Gets high screen, doesn't take it. Into the corner. 3. That one good for Chambers.
Gives him 11 on the night of the 17. He's looked really good so far. St. James can't lose him off ball. He obviously has the ball in his hands a lot right now. When he's off ball, you can't lose control of him like St. James did there.
Fratzel with the ball over to Peters. Peters goes inside. Tough contested too, no good.
That was a great look by Peters. Just got to finish the play, but what a move that was to get him inside. High percentage look there for the Thunder.
Yeah, and he makes those most of the time. Those are the looks that Coach Nelm wants to see out of Peters. As here's the open 3 by Dietz. That one no good. Rebounded. No, still fighting for it. They're going to say stays here with the Chargers.
Great effort. Again, effort wins you ball games, and that's a good job by the Chargers there, really giving it their all as Hornback checks out now for the Thunder. So St. James going to their starting 5 for the first time since that early first quarter period. Let's see how they do this time around.
That one, bad pass stolen away by Peters. Peters, good move. They have the numbers. Little floater, no good. Gets his own rebound. They're going to call an offensive foul on Evan Damal.
Yeah, a little bit of a discard there by Damal. Looks like he was trying to set up for positioning on the rebound, and yeah, I'm not really sure that's a foul. I think both guys might have just slipped there on the replay, but obviously you see a body hit the floor. It makes sense that you're going to want to call a foul if you're the ref. Just a tough draw there for the Thunder.
Chambers with the ball now. Over to Schaff, back to Cook in the corner. Inside, tough hook shot. That one way short, rebounded by Fratzel, spin move. Fratzel, good ball handler, carrying it up for the Thunder. Into the corner to May. May tries another corner 3. That one just misses again, and rebounded by Heritage Christian.
Yeah, and St. James, I mean, they're shooting a lot of open 3s right now, but they're just not following, and it's probably more 3s than you would like right now if you're St. James.
Tough layup, almost out of control. A little bit of a bailout foul there, just not on a great take.
Yeah, you see him taking it in there, trying to go around Peters. Not sure if the foul was on May or Peters there, but looks like it's on Peters. That's going to be his 3rd. He hasn't scored yet for the Thunder, but the leading scorer for this team is Emmett Peters, and getting a 3rd foul picked up on him, that's really unfortunate for St. James. That's a guy you want on the court as much as possible for the Thunder.
Yeah, Peters seemed to be straight up on that foul. He even showed it. His arms were straight up in the air as Chambers makes the first free throw.
So now Mangini's going to enter back into the game for the Thunder. He's been obviously a guy started most of the season. First game not starting tonight for St. James. Second game not starting tonight for St. James. Chambers back at the line now. He's already got 12 of the 18 for Heritage Christian tonight.
And there's 13 for him as the Chargers have the lead, and Coach Dom will call a timeout. First lead of the night for the Chargers, 19-18. They lead with 3:29 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
So in 2022, we started a 3-year strategic plan for St. James Academy, and one of the imperatives was to create a campus master plan. It started with the media and rhetoric arts classrooms, and we wanted to make sure we were doing things in the right order. We're at 10.8 million right now, right about 10.8. We need to get to 15 million over the next 6 months, and then we can start working on the Cultural Arts Center as well. So we're meeting with people all the time about what they want to support.
Will, kind of like we talked about at the beginning of the game, Heritage Christian kind of the underdog in this game. What have they been doing so well that they have the lead here in the late second quarter.
Well, I think they're just letting Tremaine Chambers do his thing right now. Obviously, freshman guard, 5'7", coming in here, a difficult environment in the Thunderdome, and he has responded very well like he has all year long. He's a guy averaging 14 a game. He's already almost at that clip in the first half alone, and he is a guy that has really done a good job attacking St. James, and it's resulted in points for him and his teammates. Really, the whole offense has revolved around him in the pick-and-roll game with the bigs that Heritage Christian's got. So St. James on the defensive end, that's the guy you got to slow down. You got to figure something out because right now what they're doing isn't working.
Great pass and find as Fratzel gets it up and in. Baruch Dietz was face guarding Fratzel. Mangini noticed that, ran the point, and went with the backdoor cut. Smart play. We'll see if they stop with the face guarding on Jacob Fratzel there, as there's a trap defense. Great defense. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Good trap defense there by Jacob Fratzel and Jonathan May.
Yeah, and I think that's your solution right there for Chambers, right? That St. James, you saw him bringing the ball down immediately, and you go to that trap, and again, a great look there by Fratzel. Just a little fake going to the top of the key, cuts backwards, and really good look there for St. James offense.
Mangini with the ball up top, gets the high screen by Damal. Kicks it into the corner. Fratzel three. No good, gets his own miss and layup. That's the kind of hustle you want to see. Follow your shot is what you're always taught there. Shoots it, goes, gets his own board, and gets an easy two.
Yeah, and right back on the defensive end, guarding Dietz, who's bringing it up now. He's, being the point guard on a team like St. James, such a difficult task, but he makes it look easy for the Thunder.
Prado with the ball, gives it over to Cook. Cook to Chambers, deep mid-range. That one no good this time. Fratzel fights for the rebound and gets it.
Great job by Fratzel again on the rebounding end. St. James moving a little bit faster in the half court here.
Kolich, tough layup, a little bit out of control, doesn't get the foul.
They're trying to go here.
Chargers aren't able to push the pace there. Prado now with the ball, trying to drive on Kolich. Tough layup, no good. Rebounded by Mangini. Thunder looking to push the pace now. It's May. Miscommunication there. I thought Fratzel would have been in the corner, but he cut last second.
Yeah, trying to anticipate where his guy was going to be there instead of actually seeing him. A little bit of miscommunication, like you said, doesn't work out. With May, Fratzel, and Mangini, really, all three of the point guards this team has used this year out there together right now. So you have to think in the fast break. That's probably your best decision-making group you can have out there, but a little bit of a mistake there by May for the Thunder.
Dietz with the ball, gives over to Chambers. Chambers, that one swatted away by Kolich. Fratzel now trying to push the pace. They have the numbers. May can't get the three off. Gives it over to Fratzel. They'll reset. Kolich, deep three. That one no good. We saw him hit a deep three last time. Can't get this one to go, but a good shot selection there by the Thunder. This one inside, guarded by Kwabazetsky. It's Schaff. Good post move. That one rounds around the rim, gets his own rebound and puts it up and in to make this a one-point game.
Yeah, first bucket for Schaff of the night. You're seeing why they've been trying to get it into him a lot all night. Really, really good post moves for him and a lot of the other bigs for Heritage Christian tonight.
Tough Euro step up and in for Fratzel.
Yeah, speaking of moves there, what a move that was by Fratzel. Him and Chambers both, they're really similar players in a lot of ways. You've seen the body control from them all night long.
Deep three. This one no good. Good box out by Kwabazetsky, and Fratzel gets the rebound. Over to May into the corner. Inside, it's Fratzel. That one rattles home.
That right there is the benefit of having 3 point guards on the court. When you run this lineup with May, Mangini, and Fratzel, they can all pass to each other, all good cutters as well. What a look that was. That was a really, really difficult pass to make for May. It's going to result in the bucket. Now St. James are going to their 3-2 zone with Heritage Christian likely holding for the last shot, giving them a little bit of a different look here to end out the half.
Nearing the 10-second mark, Thunder lead by 5. It's Dietz with the ball. And the Chargers will call a timeout with 9.3 seconds left in the second quarter.
So Heritage Christian, they're going to hold for the last shot here, and you see the look. That's a really difficult pass again for May. Fratzel was not very open enough, obviously, to make the pass by May. What an impressive look that was. That's a difficult finish as well for Fratzel to make, going full speed at the basket. Really, really impressive play by the guards for St. James.
Yeah, kind of a give-and-go type play. You love to see that.
And back on the other end, you see Chambers going up against Kolich, and Kolich absolutely stuffed him. We haven't really seen Chambers' lack of height catch up with him much tonight, but Chambers making it known there, or Coolidge rather making it known there, his prowess on the defensive end. Big time block for the Thunder.
Good substitution for the Thunder. They'll check in Hornback for Kwabazetsky, one of your better defenders, Noah Hornback, for this last defensive possession of the half.
Yeah, and St. James, it's interesting. They went zone. Now they're going man, so whatever play they had for the zone isn't going to work here. Very aggressive there by Fratzel. St. James had a foul to give, so a little bit of a smart play there again by Dom. So now just 3 seconds left. It's going to be really difficult for Heritage Christian to, 5 seconds left rather, really difficult for them to get a good look here. Five seconds left here for Heritage Christian.
Dietz with the ball, guarded by Hornback. He'll try to drive right hand. That one blocked away by Hornback, and they'll say 2 shots coming up with half a second left.
Wow.
Great block by Noah Hornback. Maybe came down on him a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact going up, I guess, with the body there. Certainly looked clean with the arms, but it's going to result in a foul on Hornback, his first of the night. So Dietz is going to go to the line here. 0.5 seconds left. It's exactly what you want if you're Heritage Christian.
Dietz 1 for 3 at the line tonight. Hoping to split the pair here for the Chargers. Second shot up and in. Half second left. They're just going to let that one go to half. 26-22. The Thunder lead over the Chargers here. Close game in the Thunderdome. We'll be right back on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
From Thunder Studios in Lenexa, Kansas, this is TBN Pulse.
Hello Thunders, I'm Abigail May. In this episode of TBN Pulse, we meet some of the women of St. James Academy and get a glimpse into how Mary shapes their prayer life. And we look back on our first ever Vocations Day, celebrating the religious vocations that are active in our church. This is TBN Pulse.
All the women who work here are incredible, and there's such like a strong support system.
In general, St. James is a place that exudes love.
It's awesome. It's awesome being a woman here. There's a lot of support. Just being a human here, there's a lot of support, but there's a lot of really good people. She is somebody to turn to in times when I need to remember to be nurturing to the souls that are entrusted to me here, and also to remember to turn to Jesus when things are challenging, or also when things are good, just to remember that you should always be going to the Lord no matter what.
I love my job and the mission that we have here at St. James Academy, and especially the colleagues that I get to partner with, who understand that big picture, who are hard workers, and who make this place a really fun place to come to work.
All the teachers that I've known that are women, they're always very uplifting and like ask me my day, like if I need anything.
Becoming like a mother has been pretty incredible, especially doing it in this place that reflects so much on Mary and so much on your faith. Especially last year during Christmas time, I was like 9 months pregnant, and I felt very connected like to Mary in that, you know. And so I was able to offer up a lot of like my sufferings as like a woman who was with child like during that time up through Mary, because I knew she experienced the same thing right before she gave birth to Jesus.
I see Mary all over the place here at St. James Academy. I think it shows up in our classroom with the intentionality that our teachers put into fostering an environment where students are known and loved and can learn and reach their full potential. I just love when women come together to encourage one another and to grow in their faith. Woman's unique in that it's not the same for everyone. We all have different gifts and talents, and that's good and beautiful and intentional. The way that I live my feminine genius is different from my colleagues, and vice versa. But to make a capacity for the other. A woman's body is biologically ordered to do so, but we also do that emotionally. We also do that relationally, right? Like we make space for other people. John Paul II talked about how women have a unique ability to see people with their heart.
Such a special piece by Larkin Hiddle. We're blessed with some awesome women to serve as mentors in our school. A couple weeks ago, we invited tons of priests, monks, nuns, friars, and sisters to play cornhole with us, then to talk about their vocations. That segment was produced by many members of our media arts team, too many to mention. It was fun putting it together. And thank you to all the students in SJA Media Arts program for making these segments, and thank you for watching TBN Pulse. I'm Abigail May. God bless you. Go Thunder!
I'm working on my final project. It's a portrait.
She has us do a lot of taking our scratch paper, lining it up to the lines of the paper, and basically getting the proportions accurate with that.
Getting everything the right shape is really hard at first, but then once you get it, it gets a lot easier to measure everything else out. Like after we drew all the eyes and stuff, getting the nose and the mouth was so much easier.
He's very good. I promise you, I might say good. No, I will.
Say something about him about being the king of the West Coast. You see that video? He actually calls himself the king of the West Coast. Wow.
As we welcome you back here to the Thunderdome, 26-22, Thunder lead over the Chargers. Will, what has been the story so far of this first half?
Well, I think it's dueling point guards. I think that's what you look at right now. Obviously, Jacob Fratzel on the St. James side, the leader of this team, one of the leading scorers on this team. Obviously been a great rebounder as well today. He's in double figures already. The guy's been guarding all night, though. Tremaine Chambers, the point guard for Heritage Christian, he's been having a really good night as well. 13 points for the Chargers, and he's obviously a guy that's had everything going his way so far, really been the leader for this team despite being a freshman so far.
(26-22) Thunder lead here over the Chargers. We'll see what starting five they come out of the half. We've seen a lot of different teams, a lot of different looks by Coach Dom and the Thunder. We've seen the entire bench on at once. We've seen the entire starting five, and we've seen a mix of it in that second quarter.
Absolutely, it's going to be interesting as well. Emmett Peters already has 3 fouls for the Thunder. It looks like he is going to be starting, but they're going to have to be really smart about making sure he isn't getting in foul trouble. Obviously, he picks up a 4th one early on here. We're not going to see him a lot for the rest of the night, so St. James, you want him to still be able to play close to the aggressiveness that he obviously is capable of, but you have to really, really make sure he isn't picking up that 4th foul, especially early on in this quarter.
Chargers will start with the ball in the second half. Tremaine Chambers been the story of this one for the Chargers, as you mentioned.
Yeah, him and Dietz both in that backcourt. Dietz doesn't necessarily have the scoring numbers that Chambers has right now, but he's been the other guy really making things go. You see May starting on Chambers again. That's who started on him last half.
Dietz thinks about the 3, doesn't, gives it over to Schaaf. Back over to Dietz. That one turned over and back to the Thunder.
That's where St. James had a lot of success tonight on defense. You know, these passes haven't been coming in too well for Heritage Christian. So St. James are getting in the passing lanes. The off-ball guys are really doing their job in that area, and it's creating some extra possessions for the Thunder.
Peters with the ball up top, guarded by Dietz. Over to Damal. We would like to see Peters use the height advantage he has on the 5'7" Dietz as he gets switched off there. Kolich deep 3. That one butter. Jake Kolich extends the lead out to 7 for the Thunder.
Big time shot there by Kolich, one of the best shot makers on this team from distance.
And that one batted away by Kolich. Should stay with the Chargers, and it will.
Yeah, almost getting an extra possession there, did Kolich, but he's a guy, you make this transition to putting May out there, you get a guy that has really good, obviously, vision as a point guard for most of the year, and Jonathan May, you put him next to Fratzel, another great passer as well, and it makes life a lot easier for the shooters and Kolich and Peters to get good looks in this offense.
Another risky pass there, maintained by Chambers. Chambers just turns it over once again. Seems to be some miscommunication on the Chargers.
Yeah, looks like, I mean, that not a great play there by Chambers. He had an opportunity to go up with it. All the St. James defenders were on their heels, but Chambers just not enough control to go up with it well. Decided to pass it instead.
Kolich with the ball, kicks it over to Peters. Peters thinks about the deep 3. He'll drive in. Tough right hand, up and in. Emmett Peters.
Really good finish there. First bucket of the night for Peters. Getting inside. He's so good mid-air, really making a transition with the ball.
So that one they'll say last touch by a white jersey, and we'll stay here with HCA.
St. James, they haven't done a great job starting halves most of the year, but they've done a great job this half. First minute and a half, they've definitely looked like the better team, really played to their talent level so far, especially on the offensive end.
Chambers with the ball. That one just way overthrown there. And back to the Thunder. Another turnover to start this half by the Chargers.
Yeah, and that looked, frankly, kind of similar to the play May had earlier, trying to hit believe it was Fratzel over on that same area, same side of the court as that missed pass went there. Fratzel's now bringing it up for the Thunder.
Fratzel with it, passes over to Peters. Peters tries a deep three. That one just short. Jake Kolich, offensive rebound up and in. Second chance bucket comes by number 0, Jake Kolich.
Yeah, and Kolich, he's kind of been, it's on and off a lot with the scoring for a lot of these guys this year for St. James. Kolich definitely one of them, but he has been really making an impact scoring and otherwise today. That offensive rebound, a great start there, and then finishing the play as well. Really, really good few minutes to start the half for Kolich.
May dribbling the ball up the court, has it to Peters. Peters kicks it out into the corner. Corner three, no good. Damal fights and gets the offensive rebound. I'm going to say a travel and ball to Heritage Christian.
Yeah, and you got to give Heritage Christian a lot of credit. They've done a great job defensively in the post today. You see Kolich there, gets the offensive rebound, goes right back up with it. That's what the coaches teach you to do. If you get down low, you get the ball close to the basket, you got to go back up with it. It's the best look your offense is going to get, and Kolich did just that. Getting an easy deuce for the Thunder.
Chambers dribbling the ball, guarded by May. Dietz now with it. They'll try the trap.
Yeah, you see him trapping in the corners.
We saw May and Fratzel trap earlier and force a turnover on the other end. This here's Vincent with the ball now. Gives it over inside to Schaaf. Schaaf trying to work on Kolich. Good defense by Kolich, and he gets the defensive rebound. Kolich now pushing the pace into the corner. It's May. Back out to Fratzel. Fratzel tries a tough layup. They'll call a charge on that one, and an offensive foul on Jacob Fratzel.
Yeah, you like the aggression a lot from Fratzel here. Definitely the right look. Dietz, really good play there. And again, Dietz has been a guy, he's done a great job defensively all night long for Heritage Christian. He's really been the only other guy besides Chambers making a really consistent impact on the game so far. Chambers obviously doing it scoring, but Dietz doing it a lot other ways, taking a charge. Really good play there by the senior.
Vincent with the ball, guarded by Peters. Kicks it over. This one stolen away by May. May's going to try it all himself. That layup just can't go there. Rebounded by Burley and the Chargers.
That's a good look. Again, it just feels like these shots aren't falling right now. High percentage looks not falling for St. James, especially for May tonight. It feels like he's had a lot of really good looks, just haven't been knocking down for the Thunder tonight.
Into the corner, it's Vincent. Inside to Burley, guarded by Damal.
Great
good
look.
Inside pass.
Oh.
That one just can't go there by Declan Schaaf, but a great inside pass and find by Miles Burley. Peters now with the ball. He'll go up and gets the two. They're going to call a charge, and that's Emmett Peters' 4th foul of this game.
Wow.
At a call that they thought was a blocker and one.
That's just a huge call. Not only taking away the 2 points, but it's taking away Peters for, you got to think, at least the rest of the quarter. That is an absolutely huge call right there, and one, frankly, you might think they want to have back. Ultimately, it's going to go against the Thunder, though. Now they got to find a way to regroup without Peters for the rest of this quarter and probably a lot of the rest of this game.
That one batted away. Maintained by the Chargers. Ref stops the game. I think a clock issue there.
Ref still talking it over right now.
They're going to get the shot clock back to 30. A little late running there. And Coach Dom was not happy with that last call on Peters.
Understandably so. I mean, that's the biggest call of the game, by far, biggest call we're going to have all night. And tough to not get it to go your way.
As there's a foul there by Dietz. Tried to fight for the rebound. We'll call the reach in there.
Again, so impressive. Fratzel, he goes up, gets it at the point of attack like a wide receiver almost there, and does a great job. He has been such a good rebounder, such a consistent rebounder all year long. It is such a weapon to have a point guard that can do that, especially when some of those bigger guys are doing their job getting box outs. Having a point guard that crashes like Fratzel, so valuable for the Thunder.
Full court pressure, nothing for the Thunder. Fratzel, good find in the corner, and a great drive by Kolich.
Kolich, again, he's been making an impact all night long. Great job there by Fratzel to see him as well. St. James now they're going the other way.
This one's stolen away. It's May. We've seen a lot of turnovers in this quarter by Heritage Christian, and that's how the Thunder have been able to lengthen this lead out to 13. Fratzel with the ball. Shot fake into the corner.
Oh.
Kolich can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Hornback. Out to Daymall. Daymall drives. Has the size advantage. Up and in. Extends the lead all the way out to 15. The biggest lead of the night for the Thunder.
Yeah, Heritage Christian. I'd call timeout if I was them. Things are a little out of control right now. St. James has the advantage big time. They're going to keep going here.
This one in the corner. Deep three.
No good.
No good. Fighting for the rebounds. Daymall gets the board on the Vincent missed three. Another freshman in this one for the Chargers. Fratzel with the right-handed drive. Tough shot up, no good. But 2 shots coming up for Jacob Fratzel.
That was almost a 3-point play opportunity. Almost getting the and one did Fratzel, but just couldn't convert there. What a good look that was. Again, you're seeing that board by Fratzel going up, getting it really important for the St. James team. Timeout now has been called.
We'll be right back on TBN.
The faculty formation that we provide through the Blessed Silos Institute at Donnelly College exists to do 3 things. To give people time for friendship with each other, friendship with Jesus, and then how these first 2 kinds of friendship affect the vocation of being a teacher. We meet every week on Wednesday mornings, usually on the late starts. There's got to be time to be with your friends. There's got to be time to pray. There's got to be time to study, and there's got to be time to talk about being a teacher.
(37-22), the Thunder lead over the Chargers here. Will, what has been the advantages that the Thunder have had in this one to extend their lead out to 15 here in the quarter?
Well, I think it's a lot of advantages. I think obviously the break really helps out for the endurance of the St. James team, and I think you're also seeing part of what's helping right now. You're seeing a difference in styles in the sense that St. James, they're rotating a lot more guys than they have at least a lot more consistently right now than they have all year. You've seen really a 10-guy rotation, a true 10-man rotation. On the other side, Heritage Christian, they're running a 7-man rotation, and they're pretty much haven't taken out Dietz or Chambers at all, and they're really trying to keep Schaff in there as much as they can right now, Schaff on the bench. But, I think you're seeing that as you enter into the last moments of this game, you're going to see that advantage start to show itself even more for the Thunder. Getting more rest for their top players really, I think, is something that has helped St. James be able to run, because this is a game, this is a lot of fast breaks, a lot of movement back and forth, so going a bigger rotation definitely works in St. James' advantage tonight.
Fratzel nails both, and he'll be checked out for Frank Minghini. Full court pressure look here for the Thunder.
St. James, they've got 4 backups in. Daymall, the center, also in right now. Both teams, they've kind of been showing some pressures back and forth. St. James had some real success with that this quarter.
Dietz dribbles through the pressure. Gives it out to Burley, guarded by Daymall. Back to Chambers. Good defense by Davis. Tough layup, no good, but 2 shots coming up for Tremaine Chambers.
Yeah, real physical defense there by Davis. Ultimately ends up being a foul called there, but it's a good look by Chambers as well on the offensive end. He's been really aggressive for the Heritage Christian Chargers all night long. Getting to the line again here.
Chambers' first free throw, no good. Chargers haven't been able to hit their free throws at a high percentage tonight. Another big difference in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they just haven't scored for 5.5 minutes here. Feels like there's really a lid on the goal for them. They need to find a way to knock something down. You got to think the free throw line, easiest looks you're going to get all night.
As they break that shutout in the second half with that shot there. 16-point lead for the Thunder. Davis dribbling all the way in. Nowhere to go. They'll say it was batted last by the Chargers, who stay here with the Thunder.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want from Davis in that situation. Nobody steps up, does a great job taking it inside strong, really good defensive play, and it doesn't even matter because St. James gets the ball back. So that's really a great job by Davis, being aggressive, making somebody stop him. They finally do. Now St. James gets to run a play out of the break.
Hornback with the ball. He'll try a floater. Good move there to use his height over the shorter Dietz. This one's stolen away by Minghini. Minghini fouled there, and 2 shots coming up for him.
And
a
Mangini got
technical
teed
on
up.
Mangini.
It looked like, he hit the floor pretty hard there against Dietz. He walked kind of by him, looked like he might have said something, and looked like right there Mangini, yeah, he walked right by the guy, and the ref was standing right next to Dietz, so ref heard everything he said. It looks like it actually might have been called on. Looks like Mangini shooting free throws, so maybe a technical on Dietz, it looks like.
I believe the Mangini shots are on the shooting
Or
foul.
they're on the foul, yeah. Normally you do the technical shots, I believe, first.
As Mangini nails the first free throw. One of those things where it had to be something he said, wasn't something you could see from up here.
Yeah, definitely looked like I said, I think he just turned around and said something there.
Maybe some choice words, as Heritage Christian will send Lucas Prado to the line to shoot there too. The Chargers get their choice of player with the technical. They'll choose Prado, the senior. Nails the first free throw.
Obviously not something you want to see. I think if you're St. James getting teed up, you got to think that has to be a little bit because of maybe the Peters foul earlier on as well. St. James was very noticeably unhappy about that, so you got to think maybe that led to this moment a little bit as well. Ultimately, both teams going to walk away with points, and Heritage Christian going to get the ball back here.
Dietz with the ball, gives it over to Chambers. A zone look by the Thunder, 3-2. Into the corners, Dietz, now guarded by Mangini.
And I love going with the zone, putting, a 2-1-2 zone, putting Hornback in the middle of it, letting him be kind of a free safety back there. A big-time three by Heritage Christian.
Spencer Cook with his first points of the game with a big three. It's full court pressure on the other end. Hornback with the ball, gives over Daymall. That's an easy layup there. And a good pass and find by Noah Hornback.
Yeah, definitely not the cleanest possession St. James has had all night, but making it work, toughing it out. Were the Thunder there. What a move that was.
That one won't go, but two more shots. Coming up for Spencer Cook.
And you see here's a great pass. He's got a 3-on-1 here. He goes to Daymall, his big, making a really good choice there. Hornback, he's been doing a great job tonight, being aggressive, taking it inside, but also with his vision, doing a really good job on the perimeter for the Thunder as well.
Lucas Prado at the line, rather.
He was just the foul shooter for the technical foul shot there. So clearly a guy they trust at the line here. If they want to make up this deficit, it's got to start here.
That's the first
start coming back fast.
Hornback and Daymall will check out for Kolic and Kwapazetsky. Second free throw rattles home for the Chargers. Mangini running the point here, still with the full court pressure. That one batted off, and will stay here with the Thunder.
Yeah, I think it's really smart if you're a Heritage Christian. I like this full court pressure with Mangini as the point guard. Mangini obviously playing capable of bringing it up himself, but St. James doesn't really have another guard to go to. Davis more of a wing, and outside of that, not really any other guard to help bring the ball up. So I think smart choice by Heritage Christian trying to pressure St. James, especially down 16.
Mangini with the ball up top, guarded by Dietz. Gives over to Hess. Hess thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Back out to Mangini. Mangini tries a deep three. That one way short there and out of bounds. Chargers basketball.
Yeah, felt like a little bit of pressing too much there, right there for Mangini. Obviously, you're trying to make sure you fit in a shot with that 35-second shot clock. He had probably a little bit more time than he realized. Tried to put up a three and just not the right look there. So final minute, Heritage Christian, you got to start making your run here.
That one dribbles it off his foot there and out of bounds. Back to the Thunder.
Great defense again by Davis. You know, one of the things that we haven't talked about that I really like with the decision to have May start, it allows for May to start out on Chambers at the beginning of this game, and then Davis can also guard Chambers when they go to the bench. Like I said, Chambers, he's been playing all night long, so having one of May or Davis on Chambers at all times, I think is a really smart choice for the Thunder.
Hess tries a three, that one way long there, and two not great threes for the Thunder in back-to-back possessions, as here it is for the Chargers. That one won't go, rebounded by Frankie Hess, given over to Mangini. Mangini over to Kolic. Back to Kwabezetsky. Kwabezetsky will try a three. That one just short, rebounded by the Chargers. They can hold for the last shot here with under 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Probably not great situational basketball there. Probably could have gotten a better look than the Kwabezetsky three. St. James could have held, but they chose not to. Now final 5 seconds here. Looks like they're going to go one-on-one here with Dietz and Kwab.
Dietz, tough mid-range fade, no good. Rebounded by Davis, and that'll be the quarter there. Thunder definitely won that third quarter, was able to extend their lead from 4 to 16 to end this quarter. 45-29, Thunder lead over the Chargers, as we'll be right back on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
Yearbook covers almost every event, every department, every ministry in the school is our goal.
My favorite part is the community in Yearbook. I think it's super fun. This year we have 2 classes, which is really awesome, where we get like 2 different groups of kids, which is fun to like watch them learn through their pages and like see like all their creativity.
There are writers, there are photographers, there are designers, there are overall visionaries. All of those students are an important part of our class.
As we welcome you back to the Thunderdome here, 45-29, Thunder lead over the Chargers. Will, what did we see in the third quarter that really helped the Thunder extend their lead?
Well, I think I talked about it a bit earlier, but I think St. James, they looked like the team with more energy coming out the beginning of that half. You really saw that pay off with, you know, the fast break opportunities, both offensively and defensively. St. James looked like the team better conditioned, and ultimately that made it so that they could make some more shots. You're seeing that full court pressure already making an impact. Dietz, I mean, again, he's been making stuff happen all night, really been a great defender at the point of attack. You're seeing him picking up Mangini all court. If nothing else, that frustrates St. James. You already saw the technical earlier. It works on that front, but also is trying to challenge St. James ball handlers. Just a really, really good player.
Mangini with the ball, driving with the left hand into the corner. Kolic thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Dribbles in, tough Euro step up and in. Jake Kolic having a nice night.
And he is having a really, really good night for St. James. He has really responded well after, again, the whole team really had a rough night against Aquinas, him included, but he's responded super well tonight for a Thunder.
Dietz open three, no good. Fighting for the rebound will be Spencer Cook. He stepped out of bounds and back to the Thunder. Same 5 out there that ended the third quarter. A different look by Coach Dom, looking to get some other guys some experience here in the late minutes with a comfortable lead. Hess with the ball. He'll drive into the corner. It's Kwabezetsky. He'll try another three. That one no good. Rebounded by Cook and given to Dietz.
Great look there from Hess. Kwabezetsky, unfortunate not able to make that, but a really, really good look there for Hess.
Dietz with the ball. Gets the high screen by Burley. Back out, it's Cook. Chambers tries a three. That one blocked by Davis. Now Davis on the fast break. He got the foul. 2 shots coming up from Matthew Davis.
So close to getting a 3-point play there. You could feel it, just couldn't knock it down for the Thunder. Still going to go to the line. Will Davis shooting a pair here for St. James. I mean, we've been saying it all season on this broadcast. What a great defender he is. You see that shot fake from Kolic. Taking it inside, what a move that is. That slow Euro step there from Kolic. Just such a skilled move from him. And that, you know, when his offensive game is like it is right now with him, Fratzel, and Peters, those are 3 really, really difficult offensive threats to stop for an opposing defense.
Matthew Davis rattles home both. He has 5 points on the night. Extends the lead out to 20. Chambers with the ball. Good pass inside. It's Schaff, guarded by Damel. This one stolen away by Frankie Hess. They have the numbers once again. This one stolen away. Great play there by Chambers, using the shiftiness to poke that one out, and fouled by Matthew Davis there.
Yeah, aggressive play. Hess, really good job. Good anticipation getting a steal there, and right back on the other end. Again, really good anticipation by Chambers, taking it away from Hess. Ends up being a foul on Davis. He stays in the game, though. Interesting 5 here for St. James. They've got Fratzel, Kolich, and Damel all starters, but Hess, we've seen him in and out of the lineup all year long. He's getting an opportunity here along with Davis.
Good shot there by Dietz. Fratzel with the ball now up top. Gives over to Kolich. Now it's Davis. Gets the high screen by Damel. Tries the deep three. Boom! Matthew Davis with a deep three.
Big time shot there from Davis. Again, he is just making a case for more and more minutes. It feels like every night right now. Such a big time play there, and also guarding Chambers whenever May hasn't been out there. Just a really, really good performance for him off the bench tonight.
Yeah, and Matthew Davis, more of a defensive guy, you like to say, on the year, as there's a three there by Spencer Cook. More of a defensive guy off the bench, but with 8 points tonight and 2 huge threes. Hess with the ball. That one intercepted, and open fast break. Good play by Davis. They're going to mark it as a foul. 2 shots coming up for Lucas Prado.
Looked like good defense there by Davis. Couldn't knock it down, though. And again, you're seeing Davis, that's a high screen and roll going under the screen. You can't go under the screen if the guy guarding the pick and roll man there is playing that deep. Wide open shot for Davis. Bad communication. It turns into 3 points for the Thunder.
And a deep three at that, too.
That's right.
We've seen him and Kolich knock down those college three-point level shots as the first free throw goes for Lucas Prado.
Again, it's so difficult to defend when you have guys that are able to space the floor like that around talents like Peters and Fratzel. Obviously, you know they're going to get theirs every night, but when you have other guys knocking down shots like that, St. James just such a difficult team to guard when they're shooting the ball like they are tonight.
Lucas Prado been able to hit at the free throw lines tonight. Peters back in the game with 4 fouls. We didn't really see him much in the third quarter because of those 4 fouls on that call that Coach Dahm didn't like. Peters driving in now. Gets the blocking foul on the floor.
Yeah, and you appreciate even with the 4 fouls still being really aggressive. Obviously easier to do that with a lead like St. James has right now, but looked like a little bit of contact there from Dietz, and now St. James going to run a set out of bounds here for Peters.
Peters, Euro step tough. He gets smacked. And foul. 2 shots coming up for Emmett Peters.
Yeah, Dietz went down there hard as well. You're seeing a hard attack. Looked like Dietz was trying to set up for a charge. Got him on the arm a little bit there, so Peters going to go to the line here. Dietz picking up his 3rd foul of the night.
Peters nails the first free throw.
You know, Peters, like we said, didn't play much in that 3rd quarter. Really hasn't played a whole lot tonight because of foul trouble, but St. James done a great job without their leading scorer of really making sure they're not letting that affect the rest of the team. Other guys still doing their job and even filling in for them, and it's been really nice to see that teamwork as a group filling in when one of your best players is out.
Dietz with the ball. Gives it over to Prado. Deep three there by Chambers, no good. Offensive rebound by Benson, sorry. And there's a 3, that one won't go. And they'll call a foul on the floor. Don't know exactly.
Yeah, he didn't like that one. Looks like he was trying to box out Chambers. Maybe went a bit hard. Chambers might have brought him down with him, but the call's going to go on May. And again, you got to give Heritage Christian credit. They're down 17 right now, but the effort they've shown all night on the glass in particular has really shown through. Now St. James has a fast break opportunity.
And good by Fratzel there to tie up the sideline. Spin move. It's a blocking foul, and Fratzel went down hard.
And there's just a lot of guys hitting the floor really hard right now, and you gotta love the effort. What a spin move, though. Chambers thought he was taking a charge. Did not matter. Ultimately got him with the elbow a little bit there and a foul. But what a move by Fratzel. That would have been a magnificent play if he could have finished it off there.
Yeah, we've seen Fratzel go to that spin move twice today, something you don't often see in basketball. You see that more in football. As Peters thinks about the corner three, decides not to take it and falls to the ground with the travel there. Maybe a little bit of a confidence shook up there. Didn't take the corner three, something that he will always do. He's a great three-point shooter. He loves to shoot those open ones, but maybe thinking too much out there, decides not to take it.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to find your rhythm when the rest of the team's been, playing this consistently, and he has to take long breaks both in real time and game time away from the game. I think it kind of affects your rhythm, and like you said, it's a good look he could have had there, just didn't finish it.
May, that one stolen away. It's Chambers now. Clear foul by May. As Chambers went down hard there, and they're going to call a technical on May.
So that's a second technical we've had tonight, and you see it is a hard foul. It's what it's what coaches tell you to do if a guy's going up with a layup. If you're going to foul him hard. You didn't let him get the shot up, so you got to give him credit for that. But and again, that one looked like it might have been something May maybe said after the play. Obviously hard to tell from up here, but it looked like it was something after the play. Oh, so you're up 17. You're probably in a good spot here, but those are the sort of opportunities that can breathe life into a team like Heritage Christian. I mean, you can get 4 points from a play like this, and that's what you need if you're Heritage Christian to get back in this ballgame.
First free throw up and in for Chambers. I believe what May was trying to say is that Chambers was flopping a little bit. It almost looked like he threw himself onto the ground a little bit extra, as we've seen a lot tonight by Chambers and Dietz.
Yeah, I mean, it was a unfortunate play. He's going to head to the bench now, May will, but, first start of the year, he's had a really good night overall, especially on the defensive end. Just ultimately gets away from him a little bit there.
Student section can't get in his head there. Good showing from the student section tonight on Christmas break, coming out and supporting the team. As Chambers drills all 4 free throws. Cut this deficit down to 13, and they get the ball. Chance to cut it down to a 10-point deficit with the 3 here.
And both teams now know going without a big. Both teams are. You see Schaff and Bureau on the Heritage Christian side. Their 2 bigs aren't in. St. James not going with Daymall or Kwapizowski. So both teams going a smaller lineup here to close the game out. It's working already for the Thunder.
Batted away by Hornback and gained by Fratzel. Fratzel goes up to Peters. Peters, tough layup up and in. It almost looked like Spencer Cook got a hand on the ball.
Yeah,
Peters with the ball control, able to put it up and in.
He definitely did, and that's the sort of play, that's the evolution we've seen of Peters, really. That's a sort of play that you wouldn't see him make in the past, but really good strength there to finish for the Thunder.
This full court pressure has been good and bad for Heritage Christian. They've been able to get some turnovers, but lots of easy buckets have come off of it for the Thunder. There's Hornback inside, kicks it out. Peters thinks about the 3, won't take it. Spin move inside, took one too many steps there. The right call as it's travel going to the Chargers.
Yeah, and again, that's a really good idea from Peters there. Just not going to work, unfortunately. It is going to be a travel, so St. James is going to have to call timeout, make sure this one doesn't get too far away from him. You see, again, great strength. That probably was a foul, honestly, on that play. Seeing the replay, looked like he might have gotten his left arm. But again, the strength of Peters, that's what it really takes, being an older guy for this St. James team, being out there a little bit longer, obviously has the strength there to finish, and that's a big-time finish there for Peters.
Yeah, Peters, like you said, started as a sophomore. It's more of a seasoned veteran, you could say, with his second year of starting, and obviously will start next year with this team. A guy you would love to see improve even more this year and probably be at his best potential in his peak form next year going into his senior year.
Yeah, you know, and this is a St. James team. We've talked about it a little bit this year, but last year was a big storyline. St. James was starting all 5 new guys, a lot of inexperience on the team last year. This year, a little bit different, a lot more veterans, a lot more guys that have been playing these big minutes because they got a lot of opportunities last year. You're starting to see some of those guys, especially Fratzel and Peters. Last year, there was a little bit of a growing curve, a little bit of a learning curve for them, so to speak. You're seeing that not really be the case as much this year, and you're seeing them just be able to go out and show their talents and really be aggressive, and it's working out a lot so far for St. James early on this year.
Yeah, St. James, one of those teams with some young talent and some veterans, as we were talking about earlier. Able to play some young guys, some sophomores like Frankie Hess, and lots of those juniors, Davis and Peters. And then obviously you have those seniors that have been a part of this team for a while with Fratzel and Kolich and Hornback and Damo, all of them.
Yeah, it's a really good balance. I think, you know, we've had years where St. James has been maybe too senior heavy or not senior heavy enough, but this is a good balance between some veteran leadership and some young guys that are going to be able to be talented next year as well.
This one's Cook, gives it inside. Air ball there by Prado. Now Peters with the ball. Tries to give it off to Mangini. That one batted away. Will stay here with the Thunder. 2:51 left in this one. 55-42. The Thunder lead in this one, hoping to keep this lead and pick up a big win starting the new year.
Yeah, and you got to think, you know, Heritage Christian now, you're down 13, 2:51 left. You got to think they're just going to be really, really aggressive right now, offensively, defensively, pressuring the ball like they are right now. They got to get this ball back early. Again, the shot clock helps with that, but pressure really is going to be the name of the game for Heritage Christian defensively the rest of the night.
Thunder playing smart, letting the shot clock go down, passing and trying to wait for the good shot. Kolich now with it. Tough layup up and in. Jake Kolich, career night. You love to see it.
Man, he is making some really impressive plays. You know, he's known more as a shooter, but the athleticism there, what a play that was. And Hornback throwing it right off Dietz. You know, it looked like Hornback was going to jump into Dietz, found the ball, tossed it right off him. Again, look at Kolich there. What an impressive finish. That is mid-air going right by Prado.
With the left hand, too. The offhand, not an easy shot to make, but Kolich has been on one tonight.
And again, it's just so difficult between Fratzel, Peters, and Kolich when he's playing like this. Those are 3 big-time guys that can score 20 a night.
Fratzel, tough shot up, no good. 2 shots coming up for the point guard.
A lot of contact there. Fratzel doing a good job. Not good communication on the screen at all. Prado had to use a foul there. It's going to be his first of the night. Now Fratzel going back to the line, one of his team's best free throw shooters. You certainly trust him in a moment like this.
Fratzel just short on the first one. 15-point lead. If you're Heritage, what would you like to see here, Will?
Yeah, I think final 2 minutes or so here, I think you want to try to run an accelerated version of your offense. It's been a lot of high screen and rolls, been a lot of motion offense, trying to get in the post. I think, you know, last 2 minutes you want to do that, but you want to simulate, you know, in a closer version of this game, how fast would you need to be going in this moment right now to try to get back in it? And I think that's what they're going to try to do here. Just try to get a quick shot, take the best look you can.
There's a tough mid-range. That one won't go by Dietz.
He's had good looks all night, just not really making those shots tonight so far. A guy averaging about 9 a game, along with over 8 assists per game on the year. Just hasn't been falling for him tonight, though, as the point guard for this team.
Yeah, Thunder have done a really good job at being able to contain Chambers and Dietz in the second half, as there's a big 3 there by Spencer Cook. Like I was saying, Dietz and Chambers were the studs going into this one. The Thunder had circled on the scouting report. They had an amazing first half, but good halftime adjustments. They've been able to shut down their star 2 players, but we've seen good players like Spencer Cook being able to get some shots up. 58-45, Thunder lead here. We'll be right back. Thunder have the ball up 13 here against the Chargers, nearing the 1 minute mark. Coach gives over to Davis. Now Fratzel. Lob up to Hornback. Gets it to go, but not the slam there. You can see Hornback and Fratzel with that connection. Hornback's eyes lit up. He wanted the lob. They work on that all the time, and he's able to throw it down just like we were talking about earlier, just not able to get the dunk there, but a good layup.
Yeah, and again, it's a smart play. Probably wasn't a perfect situation to dunk the ball there, but, man, that would have been fun to see.
That three won't go there by Cook. Offensive rebound, fighting for it. Hornback comes down with it, gives it over to Peters.
Now they're bringing that pressure again, down 15, probably no chance to come back, but no harm in trying if you're Heritage Christian right now.
Thunder just going to pass this one around, wait for the shot clock. Hornback with it. Tries to go up for the slam. Tried to poster him. Don't think he's going to quite get that one. I don't think that one's quite in his arsenal, but he gets the foul and 2 shots coming up for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those situations he probably was just going to let off there, and you see, again, look at this. You saw Hornback. He starts from the three-point line, starts the run-up. You know, I think if Spencer Cook doesn't get his hand in there, I think Hornback would have tried to throw that one down, but unfortunately doesn't get the opportunity to there. Now he's back at the line, going 1 for 2 on this trip.
Yeah, one of those things you hope to see later in the year.
Definitely.
And you know what? I think it will. I think it will happen. I think Hornback at some point will get the oop to work, and it's going to be one of the best moments that we've seen up here. As there's a shot, no good, 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and he's not the only guy on this team that can dunk. I mean, we've seen Damal already dunk this year, you know, and he's a guy we could see some alley-oop plays for him as well. Gini entering the game now because Peters just committed his 5th foul, so he'll be done for the night. For a Thunder, you know, didn't need a lot from Peters tonight in the 16-point victory, but he certainly did his job for the Thunder in limited minutes.
Yeah, definitely a team win here for the Thunder, 61-45. First free throw up and in by Prado. Prado looked like he got hit in the eye a little bit there. He's been holding on to that.
Found 13 seconds here. Prado trying to make this one a little bit more respectable for Heritage Christian. You got to give them credit. The effort they've shown all night, really the only reason they've been in this one, their pressure on ball. Great effort offensively as well, really has been what's kept them in it. But just a really good night for the Thunder, and they're going to be able to dribble this one out for the win.
Dribbling this one out. They'll hold on to this one. And that will be the game, 61-47. The Thunder get their first win of the new year over the Chargers of Heritage Christian. A big win over a semi-rival, one of those other Catholic schools in the area. You like to see that.
Absolutely. Good win for the Thunder. Big-time win, 61-47. You know, big-time game. Jake Kolich, I think, is the guy you want to talk about today for the Thunder. Really, really big performance from him. You know, not just the three-point shot, but also the athleticism inside and helping the team out as a rebounder, defender as well. I think he's definitely the MVP of this game. Really big-time player and a big-time game from Jake Kolich tonight.
Absolutely. 61-47. Thunder win this one. That will be all here. Good night, Thunder Nation.